guys. Questions for Caitlin Clark?
Whoever would like to start?
How you feeling? Excited to go back into game mode?
Very excited. Obviously, coming off the college season, it's a quick turnaround, but for myself, I feel like that's a good thing. I think the best way to, learn and get my feet under me is to play. Obviously, we're the first preseason game, so I don't know. I'm just excited. Get out there, learn a lot, go back and watch a lot of film on how it goes, and yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is don't put too much pressure on this game. It's a preseason game. It doesn't count. It's just a good learning opportunity to go out there and play people that you don't play every single day in practice. And, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
How do you deal with that pressure and those high expectations? I mean, you've been a star athlete. Congratulations again.
Yeah, I think the pressure has always been there, whether I've been in college or now that I'm starting my WNBA career. I think just go about it the same way I always do, is prepare the same way, have the same confidence and belief I have in myself, but also, I get to play with such great talent. It's not just me out there. Great coaching staff, great players. So rely on my teammates, and I think just giving myself grace. I think there's going to be times where, E-Dub, get out of here, where there's going to be things that don't go right for me. But I think just, keeping my head up and moving on to the next play is going to be really important.
How do you encapsulate the last month of your life from championship to draft to now 3 weeks later, boom, you're playing your first WNBA?
It's honestly it goes so fast, and I've tried to do my best to take a breath and soak in every single second. But obviously I made my decision to leave college pretty early compared to most people, so I feel like I was able to have a lot of closure within my college career, and then really enjoy the draft and then all the events that I had to go to. But more than anything, some people would feel like you're tired or it's a kind of a chore, but for me, I just am grateful, and I just try to enjoy every single second because a lot of people don't get those opportunities. So. Yeah, I know it's a fast turnaround, but I feel like there's people, helping me, and, the best way to learn is to just go out there and play. You can learn in practice, but the best way to learn is to go out and play, and, luckily we have 2 of those opportunities.
Caitlin, you pride yourself on your passing ability, and you talked about when you were drafted that you were looking forward to delivering the ball to the bigs inside. So
Yeah.
what's that been like in practice so far?
It's been really fun. Aaliyah, Liz, all our 4s and 5s, they have really good hands, and I think coach has been preaching, run the floor. We want to get out in transition. We want to go, we want to feed our bigs running the lane line, but also that's going to, they either got to guard there, they got to space out to our shooters. So I think being around, having Lou or whoever, people that can really make shots, obviously Kelsey, you're going to have to kind of pick your poison. You can't really all help in the paint on AB, and but it's been fun. A lot of pick and roll action. AB and Liz both have really good hands. They're both really athletic, and they're both still really young and still going to continue to get a lot better. So for me, that's a really fun part of it.
How does it feel to start this in Dallas here in Dallas?
Yeah, it's fun. I think about the Final Four we had my junior year because we played here, but I actually came to a game here last year when the Wings played the Lynx. So it's cool coming back here. I've been in this arena before, and I know their fans definitely bring the energy. So it'll be a fun one. I would have liked to start at home, but just throw me out into the fire. Why not? It'll be fun, and I expect there to be a great crowd as always.
After 5 days of playing against each other, just how important is it to get reps against other players in the league?
Yeah, I think it's super important. I think there's, obviously there's so much you can do in practice, but you become very familiar with what other teams are doing. They'll do some stuff that we don't do. Coming to this game, you can scout and know some things that they're going to do, but they're going to do some new stuff. They're going to do some different stuff. But I think more than anything, like Coach just said, don't be surprised by anything they do. Just respond. Find a way to guard it. Find a way to respond if we're on offense and they do something we weren't expecting. So I think that's just the biggest thing. Don't be surprised by anything tonight. Just find a way to respond, and if something doesn't go your way, you come back the next possession and be ready to play.
Caitlin, you're about to head up against J.C. Sheldon. Just talk about the matchup between you and her at Ohio State, and now looking forward to playing her tonight.
Yeah, J.C. was always one of the best players in the big, as long as I was there, and, somebody that can really score the ball at all 3 levels. Pesky defender, got a lot of steals. I think she was on the All-Big Ten defensive team quite a few times when I was there, and then obviously Celeste was her teammate last year, so I'm sure that will be fun for them. But just a great person, and I think the way she plays the game, she always has a smile on her face. She's always a great teammate. So more than anything, I'm just happy for her, and it'll be fun. It'll be good for the Big Ten too.
Caitlin, do you have an idea in your head, personally for yourself, what you consider success tonight? Not with the media, not whatever, but what you consider a successful night?
Honestly, I think the biggest thing I tell myself is come out here and be me. I want to come on and step on this court and don't feel like I have to be anybody else. Don't feel like I have to, I think just being aggressive, like be a basketball player. That's what coach has been saying. Like this is just basketball. Like go out there and play basketball. Don't feel like you have to, you know, not play with a smile on your face, not play aggressive, not play with that fiery passion. So I don't think it's any like statistical measurements. I think it's kind of a feel as a basketball player. Like did you go out there? Did you work hard? Did you give it every single thing you had? You know, I think that's the biggest thing. Is like I want to step on the court and then I want to leave the court tonight and feel like I played like a Caitlin Clark, like I've played my entire life, and I think that's the biggest thing.
Speaking of playing like Caitlin Clark, how do you feel like your game is going to translate? I mean, should we expect you to shoot 35 shots? Yeah, absolutely. Get a female Steph Curry.
I mean, yeah, I think the shooting is always part of my game. I think that's definitely something this team's going to need. There's going to be nights where you shoot it great. There's going to be nights where you don't shoot it great. That's the game of basketball. That happens to Steph Curry. That happens to me. That happens to anybody. So whether I shoot the ball amazing and make 10 threes tonight or I don't make a single one, I think there's also so many other areas where I can impact the game, whether it's my passing, whether, you know, I think on defense you got to be really active and alert. You know, every single player that's on the floor is really good. You can't take a single second off or else they'll catch you sleeping. So I think it goes far beyond my scoring capabilities. I think it's almost everything else, and then the scoring is just on top of that.
Are you a player that in college had like a pregame routine that you would always go to, and now that you're in the pros, does that change at all, or how are you adjusting to being like a game day
Yeah.
as a pro?
Honestly, like I didn't really have like many superstitions or like I just kind of got in the routine of what the team did, and I think that's probably good coming here. Is like I'm not somebody that has to do this, this, and this. Is like just doing what the team does, going by the schedule. But also like these are preseason games. Like you get to practice like a real game. Like we get one on the road, we get one at home. So like I'm gonna know what the system's kind of like going into my first one. So I think I'm just trying to learn and like take everything in and then go from there.
You know you're used to playing sold out in college, but like having that translate over into this league, especially for a game opener over in Dallas.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think obviously the buzz around the WNBA is super special, and where this game's going to continue to grow. And like this is like the most competitive league in the world. There's not too many spots, and that means the talent is really, really good across the board. You know, if you have a spot on a roster in this league, like you're a really, really talented player, and that goes across the board for every single team. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm glad, you know, people are supporting the W and understanding how amazing it is because it's been that way for years. And I grew up as a kid like knowing that, and my parents always appreciated that and took me to games, and I watched on TV. So I think, you know, more than anything is just soak it in, enjoy it. It's never something that you get used to. Like you never get used to playing in a sold out crowd. Like, yeah, you know the environment, but like it's never anything you take for granted because, you know, not everybody gets those opportunities. So I think for me it's just like step on this court tonight and like soak in the environment. That's always what I try to do is like take a deep breath and like enjoy it, because there's going to be moments, you know, in my life that one day I'm not going to be playing here anymore. So that's what I try to do in college, and that's what I'm going to definitely try to do here.
Caitlin, you got
There's
shirt.
a lot of
Caitlin.
you signing an ultrasound going around.
Yeah.
On the Today Show this morning.
Yeah.
What's your message to that little girl, if it's a girl, but to all the
Yeah, I don't know if it's a girl or a boy, but I guess just, you know, dream and like work to do whatever you want in life and have a lot of confidence in yourself, especially if you're a young girl. I think, you know, young girls in our world struggle with confidence, and my parents always instilled a lot of confidence in me to be whatever I want, but also like you got to work really hard for things, and there's gonna be highs, there's gonna be lows in your life that it's all about how you respond to, and whether it's a sport, whether it's, you know, whatever you want to be, it doesn't really matter. Everybody goes through those type of things. So yeah, that was definitely a first. It was cute, it was funny. And I think also at the same time, like they had all their friends around, and I don't even think they had told their friends, because their friends were like, what? And then like I signed their ultrasound, so it was a cute little moment.
Caitlin,
Got time for two
this
more.
isn't Saturday Night Live, but do you have any jokes for Cheryl Swoops over there?
I don't have any good jokes, but hey, she was in the vid. She made it on the end, so that was a fun little, yeah, it was fun.
Not basketball.
Okay.
So whose chain was your favorite? And has Erica ordered you?
Hey, Erica said she's on it, so we're gonna have to hold her to that.
Okay.
You're gonna get me in trouble by asking this, because either Liz or Edub's gonna be mad about who I say. Honestly, I think Liz is, because it was a little bigger, but Edub's gonna.
Is it more diamonds or just bigger?
Maybe both. I don't know. I don't know. Don't get me in trouble. Edub's gonna kill me now. Good thing she left, so she didn't have to hear this.
Got one more.
Do you have any family coming tonight?
I don't actually, so
Oh.
yeah, I know. My mom was gonna fly down for the game, but they'll be at Connecticut, and then they'll fly back to Indianapolis for my first few regular games. So yeah, they'll be watching on TV. I'm sure they'll be nervous. I don't know why, but just what they do. So I think they're honestly probably trying to catch up on sleep from the last month too. So
Very valid.
they've been all over the country having a good time with me. So yeah.
Will Baker here?
Who?
Is Bay gonna be here?
No, he's working. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm flying solo. I better get used to it, man. This is the pros. This is my job.